Welcome back to this week's episode of On the Spot. We're standing outside of Vinyl Revival, the rock school cafe, for yet another Sunday, Songwriter Circle. It's just after 7 and they have started without us. I'm getting cold, so let's head inside and see what they're up to. Thank you everyone for joining me for this week's episode of On the Spot. I'm here with the one and only Darren Sawchuk, who's invited us back to another Songwriter Sunday at Vinyl Revival. How was this Sunday for you?
It's fantastic. Another great night of original songs and collaborating. It was a really great night. So
A lot of people jamming.
it was. It's very eclectic, and people share, and it's a really a neat songwriter circle.
I rather enjoy it. I've come here a few times now. And
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
touches my heart.
We need to have more people come out. So come on out every Sunday, 7 o'clock.
Right, exactly. Let's go straight into what is Vinyl Revival School Rock Cafe all about?
Well, we opened in October of 2015, and we are a cafe, so we sell coffee, but primarily we're a record store. And then we have event nights. So Monday night we have jazz night, Wednesday night's open mic, and then Sunday songwriters. We also have music lessons that we give from the very young. Landon, who was here tonight, was our first student. He's 9. And, we've got some folks that are at various stages of life that they want to take lessons. And so we give them lessons, and then we get up on stage with them. and they get a chance to perform, which is the approach we take here.
Going from a career in law to opening up this magical musical place, what made you do that?
Well, I've always been involved in playing music and appreciating music, and you know what? I've always had my hands on a lot of different pies, and so I love doing the law. I still love trying cases and defending my clients. But there's this idea sort of came completely out of the blue. I had a chance to purchase a boatload of records, brought them home from Saskatchewan. I thought, what am I going to do? And had this harebrained scheme that I was going to open a record store. And then after I decided on the record store, I came in and saw this baby grand piano, and somebody was giving lessons, and I thought, well, that's cool. I always liked the idea of the vinyl cafe. Stuart McLean stole the name. Well, he had it long before we did. So that's why we came up with Vinyl Revival. Anyway, so since then it's been growing, and we have such a great family of people that come here week in and week out. We have regulars that come and shop here and love to collaborate their ideas about music and what they like to listen to. And so yeah, it's been a great addition to a long and very appreciated law career. But this has been a great hobby.
Talking about vinyl records being on the comeback and the rise again, why do you think that might be?
You know what? It's hard for me because I grew up with them. So there are people from my generation that have decided, after maybe ignoring their record collection like I did, or they lost their record collection somewhere along the way, and they're trying to reestablish that relationship that they had with their vinyl collection. But there's also a lot of people from your generation and that are starting to look for something more than what's offered in the digital world, something they can pick up. The liner notes are there. The music is presented in the order in which the artist intended to present it, from the first song to the last song. And there's something very romantic and real about bringing home the record, putting it on the turntable, slowing your life right down, and maybe there's just a need for people to have that relationship with music again that goes well beyond what you can get on your phone.
Your relationship, what is your own relationship with music? Like, when was the first time you picked up an instrument or started writing with a notepad and paper?
Instrument. I picked up a toy guitar when I was about 4 years old. In fact, the song "The Kid Again" that I did tonight at Songwriter Circle goes back to a period of time in my life when I was really young, and I pretended I was Tommy Hunter. So, I mean, that's my first memory of playing, was picking up a toy guitar and pretending I was a musician and playing to the folks across the street in a small town called Holland, Manitoba. And man, the first time I ever sat down with a pad of paper, probably in high school, you know. I wrote a song in high school. It was terrible. It was awful, my God. I think back on it now. And then when I was in university, I started writing. And it's been one of those things that happens intermittently, when stuff happens in your life and you're inspired and you write. And it's been much more deliberate in the last 3 or 4 years, where I've decided that I can create without necessarily waiting for something to happen in life. And so, I was just, before we went on with this part of the interview, I was playing a song that's based on a conglomeration of clients I've represented over the years, but it's based on a fictitious story. So, yeah, it's a creative process, right?
So you're obviously very knowledgeable about music. Throughout the years, what has kept you motivated to continue this journey of music?
Music is like it's like an avalanche. It's Chris Stapleton, who's an incredibly gifted artist, wrote a song about the devil in music, and there's rumors that certain blues artists sold their soul to the devil. I'd sell my soul to the muse if I could write just that perfect song. Music just has a way of motivating you. It's not like I've had to do anything to get myself pumped up to do it. It's just music has always been a huge part of my family's life, going back to my grandfather, who was a drummer, and my dad, his brother, and his sister. They were all musicians, and I've got lots of nieces and nephews, and a cousin that plays professionally in New York. It's something that's in our blood. So it's a gift, and I've tried to honor that gift. It's not a huge gift for me. I'm not saying that I have anything huge to offer, but I'm inspired to play, and I'm inspired to write, and hopefully hopefully this project that I'm working on will give people a taste and a sample of what crazy shit goes on inside my head.
Wow. While we're sitting here in your nice, cozy studio,
Yeah.
let's talk about that. Who uses your studio?
Well, so far it's been predominantly me, which is kind of why I built it. I wanted to do this project. I wanted to do a record, and so I've used it. Some of the other students we've had have used it, and I'm hoping more people will take advantage of what we have here. And the infrastructure's here, but really what needs to happen is it just needs to have people breathe musical life into this place. And it's when the door closes and you're in here and the recording starts, the rest of the world really does disappear. So it's a pretty cool experience to record, and then have it played back and realize that the words that you've written aren't shit. That you can listen to a song and sing it 50 times in a row and you're not sick of it yet. And in fact, what you are is you get more excited about trying to get that perfect track. So it's the pursuit of that one record you don't have in your collection, but it's the pursuit of, in the studio, it's the pursuit of that one track that would be just perfect if you could nail it. So.
Let's say someone someone random, like either comes to songwriter circles or Wednesday night open mics, they come up and they're like, "Hey, Darren, I have all these great ideas. Let's produce this. Let's make an album." Like, would you charge them? Like, How would you go about that? What are the steps to creating this beautiful masterpiece?
Well, I think the first step I would suggest is to sit down with us and sit down with the guy that's doing the producing on my record, and Brian James, and determine what it is that you want. You want one song, what do you need, what can we do to help you realize on what it is that you want to accomplish. So, the first step is figuring out what it is that people want, what they need. And we may not be able to give it to them, but if you're a singer-songwriter and you want it and you have a song that you'd like to record, you can be the singer, you can be the person who wrote the lyrics, and you can have musicians play it and sing it. On my project, I'm playing very little of the instruments, but for me it's about the lyric and the melody and the song and singing it. So that's been a very cool thing to turn over that musical processing to somebody else that's far more talented than I am on the guitar or the piano or the violin. I'll play violin, but bass or whatever it happens to be. Yeah, that's how you do it. Talk to us. We figure it out.
All right, you guys heard it. You got to talk to them
Talk
about
to us.
it.
We'll figure it out.
And we'll get some albums made for you guys as well.
Albums, yeah, sure. Those things, those discs.
Those things, yeah, those other
Yeah.
things. You also have a bunch of rooms in the back for the school portion of Vinyl Revival. So
Yeah.
what kind of lessons do you teach?
We have a drum studio back here. We have keyboards. We have drums and bass, vocals, and the goal is to get people to work from the classroom setting to the stage, and so it's all confined within the same space. And so on a Wednesday night, you could go from the lesson room where you work with your teacher to go directly on stage, and we want people to experience the joy of playing, not just playing it to themselves in the basement or their bedroom. We want them to share it, and to feel confident and comfortable when they're up there by playing with their teacher. So that's a big part of what we do as instructors, is to go out and then perform with our students.
Actually, I saw a group this past Wednesday open mic night. There was a teacher standing off to the side,
Yeah.
but they also had bass, drums, guitar, vocalist,
Yeah,
acoustic, all up there, and it actually was a very magical, and they were really good.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that is that the fellow that's teaching is in fact a high school teacher from the high school nearby, and him and all of his high school students now make a point of coming out. Well, the ones that are in his guitar group with him, they come out on Wednesdays, and this is their place to play. So we've got these high school students that wouldn't have an opportunity to get up on stage. Most people don't get a chance to play music in front of a group of people unless they form a band and they sign on with an agency and they go out and play. But this atmosphere allows people who don't need to go to a bar to come in and play. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely all ages.
Yeah, just have coffee, tea, Coke, a cola.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And the special brownies.
Special brownies, not yet.
No, yet.
I wrote a song with one of my students called "That Was the Night That Grandma Got Stoned and We All Went to Hell." Because my mom, can I say this?
Yes, you can say it.
My mom intimated that a friend of hers revealed to her that she wanted to get stoned.
Okay.
No, it hasn't happened yet. So Mom, I'm sorry. But, anyways, I wrote this song with one of my students, Madeline, who's here tonight, and we did it together. It was quite a bit of fun to write.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to be in touch with you to get lessons,
They should call me
call
right
you.
away.
All right, that's how they contact you.
24/7, any time of the day, night. If it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you can't sleep, it's 3 a.m. and as Matchbox 20 said, you must be lonely. Call me. I won't answer.
This guy.
I'm busy. I'm sleeping.
You
But
can leave a
me a
message.
806-1128 or 615-888-6 or Vinyl Revival Winnipeg. All long letters. It's the longest email address in the world. VinylRevivalWinnipeg@gmail.com. Send us an email and or text or call, whatever. We're there for you.
Or stop by on either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday for
We're
the
there for you.
events. We are there for you. spoke of the event nights that you have here. So can you elaborate a little bit more of what they are, when they are, and what times they're at?
They are the best things to go to in Winnipeg. I can't believe that more people haven't frequented. I mean, I know you have, you've discovered it. But we have Monday night jazz nights, seriously speaking. And we have 3 students from the U of M Jazz School in their 3rd year that come out and host other jazz musicians on Monday nights. That starts at 7. That's a great evening of some music that I think was going to grow in appreciation over time. That's my prediction for the day. Wednesday nights we have open mic, which sees this place fill up with people from all ages. And we have performers from all ages. My dad, who's 82, regularly gets on stage with his accordion. And last week my niece happened to be in from Toronto, so she played violin with her grandfather, which was cool. And we have players as young as 9 that get on stage, and everywhere in between. So Wednesday nights are cool. It's something that's it was almost an immediate hit here, and I don't know why, but people they make a point of coming out and seeing their friends that they've got to know here. And then Sunday nights we do our songwriters circle, which has really evolved, and it's turned into a round table of people just jamming, enjoying original music, and so that's it. That's what we do so far. So stay tuned. We'll have more events as time progresses.
Yay, that makes me so excited.
Yeah.
I've been coming out for the songwriter circles on Sundays, and every time it just blows my mind.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
And really, music has magic, and music creates magic, but it's really the spirit of the people that come here and want to share. And it's really accepting, no matter what your level of experience, no matter what your level of skill is. There's an honesty that people bring when they perform, and it's appreciated by the people that are, here watching them.
What can people expect to see, hear, or even feel from coming to each one of these events?
Well, if they come on Wednesdays, they're going to have my mom's brownies. And never mind, you didn't mention taste, but we want to mention my mom's brownies on Wednesdays. What they're going to feel really depends on what they're open to. But if they like music, they're going to love it here, because they're going to get a chance to see people that are reinterpreting songs that have been written by other people, and you're going to have on Sundays, you'll have a night of musicians that start off saying, okay, here's a song I wrote, this is what it's about. And all of a sudden a storyteller starts to talk about what influenced them. And you get behind the scenes a little bit of what inspires people. And it's wonderful, it's not easy for people to put themselves out there. So whether it's Monday night jazz night or Wednesday night here for open mic or Sunday night songwriters, people are putting themselves out there. And so that's when they're sharing with you, you get to share back, because you share back your appreciation for what they're doing. So that's what you can expect.
I've felt it. I've
Yeah.
seen it. I've heard it. Haven't quite tasted it yet. Maybe this Wednesday I'll come
Come for the
in.
brownies.
I will.
There may even be some special brownies one of these Wednesdays.
One of these Wednesdays.
We won't tell anyone, though. Shh.
Yeah, everyone's quiet. What do you think makes your event night so much more special and making people want to come back even more and get more compared to other, I'm going to put quotation, stage nights around Winnipeg?
I really don't know a lot about other people's stage nights, because I haven't really experienced them, and so, I've been to actually that's not true. I've been to one other open mic night, and I played there, and I guess the feeling there was that it was small pockets of people that were there to experience them playing, and I never got a sense that the room really communicated. I never felt like the person who's sitting way over there all of a sudden would walk across the room and communicate with somebody else. But if you come here on Wednesdays, what's happened is that through familiarity and through cross-pollination, people have become friends, people that had never met before. And so by having regularity, it's given this place more of a family feel. I can't speak for other places, I haven't been there enough. I mean, you can develop that kind of relationship anywhere, but that's something that we have here. And maybe it makes us different, I really don't know.
I've definitely felt it. My first time coming this past Wednesday to open mic night, and I actually had numerous people come up to me and just like, hey, so are you here to do something, or are you just here to hang out? Like, have you heard of this place? And it's very opening and warming, the feeling I get coming here. And that's again why I love to come here now.
People talk about the vibe, and it's kind of, it's like anything in life. There's, you're drawn in by things that are positive, and we're doing this, I think, for the music and for the people, and that's really what it's about. We're not hauling in, truckloads of money here. We got to get licensed, and once we do,
Yes.
then
Alcohol,
story.
big seller,
Sure.
big seller.
Yeah, we're hoping that we can get a marijuana license too eventually. That would be cool.
That could work.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Alternative stuff,
Yes.
It's keeping me alive right now.
What's your ideal future for Vinyl Revival?
Man, I'd like to have blues nights. I'd like to have more nights like tonight where people get together and share. I'd like to see some of the artists that are here record their projects here. I'd like to see more young students continue to take lessons and then evolve their way from the classroom to the stage. I want music to have a home here.
That's when you laugh me of a sudden, and you snore right the heck out, baby, and you say you were all done. I really can't tell, 'cause I was under her spell. Under her spell. Oh, it's got a hold on me, yeah. Don't you know you're sweet magic, baby? Stabbing my mind from the backseat. Drove me into a brick wall just to see this damn man fall. That's what she had. Me all of a sudden, she stole brought the heck out, baby. And she said she was all done. No, I really can't tell. 'Cause I was out of her spell. Yeah. Take it away, Darren.
this month, 2 months that I have met you and I've got to know you a little bit better, you talk a lot about your legacy, I'm gonna quotations
Yeah.
again. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what you mean by that?
Well, I received a dire diagnosis this March. And, when doctors tell you right or wrong that your life is hanging in the balance, you start to, you start to live in a way that's very different. And, when I first got diagnosed with cancer last September, it was before this place opened, and I had people that were really close to me and very well-meaning suggest to me that I shouldn't proceed with the project. And the way I looked at it was, no, I'm going to do it. It just means that my time frame before I start taking my treatment is compressed, and so therefore I better get off my ass and get this place opened. Now, fast forward the clock through to the spring, when some of those same people now are coming out and experiencing what you've talked about. And to a person, they've all said, we're glad you didn't listen to us, and that you followed your instincts, and there's various things that you hope, as you move through life, and if ultimately that day is coming, that I can look back as I get closer to that final moment and say, there's a lot of good that I've left behind, and I'm hoping Vinyl Revival is one of those things that becomes synonymous with who I am and the things that I believed in. But my legacy, I think, is going to be in the memories of people that have been close to me, and that's really where legacy is in relationships. This place will have a role in it, but the real legacy is in the children.
Wow, it's very, very touching. Well, you definitely have all of Prosper Street Productions' support.
Thank you.
I want to thank you again for spending this time with us.
And we appreciate you coming and sharing with us, and I look forward to hearing more of your poetry.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Still very shy when it comes to these kinds of things.
All good.
But
This
with your
place is
help.
very accepting.
Yes.
So.
Because of you, I already have numerous people like, come on, share some stuff with us, sing, get up there. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, and and that's one of the things of just getting back to what I'm hoping that this place does is gives people an avenue to have a straight and simple path to courage, and to just be you and realize that that all sorts of expression can have a voice and should have a voice. So it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. You can come out. When we had an open mic early on, there's this young lady who got up, and she was very angry. And her presentation was to read her poetry, but she was shouting it out. And to some people, she might have been very off-putting. I mean, it was certainly different than what we'd experienced. But there was an honesty about it, and there was a courage behind her willingness just to be her. And she didn't look around the room and stop being her because fear got on the way. She did what she does, and she was her. And I think back to other people that have gone on stage and then maybe weren't quite ready to get there, but they were. Everybody applauded them and applauded their effort at doing something. So I'm hoping that we can engender courage in people.
From what I've seen, you definitely have. I want to thank you again for inviting us out here.
Well, thanks for coming, and please keep coming.
We definitely will. We'll have more of our camera. I'll be coming out here myself as well.
Good.
Make sure you guys come out. Monday nights are jazz nights at 7.
Right.
Wednesday nights are open mic night, also at 7. And Songwriter Circle, again, Sundays at 7.
At 7.
You guys will catch me at some of those shows, so don't miss out, and make sure you come here and come say hi to Darren.
High above the plains,
E minor.
Staring at A minor sky. Back to G, watch the clouds roll by. It was as if I was in a dream, living wild and free. Seconds left to try. Where's that F? Waiting for a miracle, angel to arrive and keep my soul alive. Would you keep my soul alive? Marisol, you're next, by the way. I was spinning in the caverns of my mind, spend it in time, hanging on a line, pulling with every ounce of mine, fist against so tight, can't give up the fight. Could you be a miracle, angel dressed in white, and keep my soul alive, keep my soul alive? Here comes that F. You never know, it's all gonna disappear and everything might be gone. Did you say all that you had to say to everyone that you love? Stay on that F. Gotta keep my soul alive. Gotta keep my soul alive. Never too late.
C. To an E. A minor. A minor to the G. Okay, solo through this one. More time. F.
You never know, it's all gonna disappear and everything might be gone. Did you say all you had to say to everyone that you love? And I was falling, free from all the things that I held so close, so long ago. But as long as you can go, this I've come to know, that it's never too late. It's never too late. Can we make our miracle with you here by my side? Can we make skies open up and finally see the light? Gotta keep my soul alive. Gotta keep my soul alive. it's never too